Since we are live, this webinar is on the air. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, April 9th, 2015, and this is your twice weekly broadcast of Lunch with Len. And today we have our special guest, Jason Kraft from Gold Standard Lead. And I'm quite positive that there's a couple of you out there. Chris, for example, I'm positive you're going to want to come across the chat, and whoever else wants to come across, let me know. I assume Larry Ryan's going to show up, or he isn't here yet. And we'll bring anybody out who wants to come on. But first, let me introduce you. He was here? He's here. Okay. My screen went blank for a moment. I don't know what happened. I thought we may have lost him. Jason, you're still there. I can hear you. You can hear me.
Yep, I'm here, Len. I thought I lost you as well.
All right. Well, Jason is from Gold Standard Leads. Let me just turn this over to Jason, and the reason we brought him here today is so he could explain to us a little bit about what's going on here. And I'm going to try to give you the background. I will let Jason take it away, and we'll pepper him with questions. All righty. So Jason, there's Larry. Hey, Larry, I'll bring you over in a few minutes if you want to chat live. Okay, let me let Jason get started, and then we'll bring everyone over who wants to come over.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Len. Again, folks, my name is Jason Kraft. I'm actually with a company called Gold Standard Leads. Many of you I have talked to through a special offer that was being promoted through MLM Recruit on Demand, where they were inviting people to take a test drive of the Response Magic system, the contact manager, autoresponder system, etc. And then during that invite, there was a special offer where my company was basically offering 100 free leads as part of a test drive, if you will. So many of you, like I said, I have spoken with you, and Len and I, of course, have talked in detail at length about the lead products and the relationship and whatnot. So I want to just kind of give you a little detail about that relationship, and then I'm sure there's going to be several questions because I know there's seems to be a little bit of confusion. So I'm going to explain that to the best of my ability here, and then we can field some questions on that topic. So again, going back to the free leads offer. So essentially, my company works closely with Ryan over at Platinum Synergy and MLM Recruit on Demand. Again, there was a special invite for people to go and test drive the Response Magic system. When you went through that process, you would have seen a banner that was placed there by my company, My Platinum Leads is a lead store that we set up. So you would have gone through that process, selected to receive the free leads, entered your information, and then obviously my company started delivering the leads to you. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. But just to kind of explain what we do as a company, and my company is called Gold Standard Leads. We will work closely either with corporate and or leaders within various companies that promote and use leads to grow their organizations or grow their companies. So what my company does is we'll go out and set up the custom lead stores and make our various lead products available to those teams and or companies. And on the back end, we're actually the company behind the scenes generating the leads. We create the advertisements, the capture pages. We drive the targeted business opportunity traffic to those pages, which of course in turn generates the lead that we deliver to you, the end user. So when you work with us, you're working directly with I often refer to us as the lead manufacturer. And it's a little different. It's pretty common practice out there in the leads industry or leads company, they'll purchase data from a shared source and turn around and market that data as a lead product of their own. And that's not uncommon. We've taken a different approach, and in doing so, it's really helped us have much better control over the quality. So we know the process from start to finish. We know exactly who receives the leads, how many times they're sold, the age of the lead, whether it's a real-time or an aged lead product. So there's a lot of abilities that we have in being the lead manufacturer. And in talking to Len, I mean, very clear. I've spoken again with many of you that there seems to be some confusion between the leads that you're getting from the My Platinum Leads offer and the leads that are coming through MLM Recruit on Demand. So to clarify, yes, they are absolutely two separate lead types. I'm not exactly positive of the process that MLM Recruit on Demand is using to generate and deliver the leads to you, but I obviously can tell you and share with you a little bit about our process, which I just did, and that's creating the advertisements, driving the traffic, generating the lead, and delivering that lead to you. That's essentially it in a nutshell. And I know, again, with speaking with Len, that he's engaged with some pretty good folks so far. Yeah, of course, you're going to encounter people that aren't necessarily the most qualified, and quite frankly, probably people that you don't want to work with. But that's to be said, and I think you would encounter that regardless of how you're generating leads, whether it be through Facebook or social media or advertising in a local paper, whatever it might be. But we do our best, absolute best, to generate leads that, one, are of the home-based business mindset. We're not looking to target job seekers. We want to get the leads delivered to you in a timely manner. We want to make sure that when you're calling those folks, they're not being bombarded by calls, because that can be obviously very discouraging. When you contact someone and they tell you you're the 10th person that called them and working leads to build your business. So, and not only that, but we do a lot on the back end as far as training and working closely with leaders to help educate the leads effectively. In fact, there's probably several of you that I emailed the script that I had written to be used with the lead that you're receiving as part of that offer. So hopefully, I've gotten some feedback on that as well. So that's been really encouraging. So hopefully, any of you that have received the leads and have contacted me, or I've contacted you, and I've been able to share that script with you, hopefully that's helping you also. With that, Len, I didn't know, was there anything in addition that you wanted me to maybe try to clarify, or did you want to open it up for Q&A, or be our next?
Well, I brought across people that probably are going to have questions, so they're all sitting right there. There's a couple other people out there listening to us. One person's asking us to be qualified right now, and so I couldn't see if anyone else has questions.
Len, could you come?
The one thing you might clarify is the leads that are coming into the platform. They are, in fact, filling out an opt-in form of some sort, where they're actually specifically requesting information about being matched with a home-based business.
Len, I missed the first part of your question, but I think I caught it, and let me just reiterate what I think I heard, and then you correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm having a bandwidth issue right now, so.
Okay. Well, I think, like I said, I think I got the gist of your question. So you're asking the leads that you're receiving through My Platinum Leads, did they in fact fill out a capture page, an advertisement pertaining to receiving information about starting a home-based business?
Yeah, that was the question.
Okay, absolutely. And folks, if you want to take a look at an example of one of our custom capture pages, I'm going to share that with you. I'm typically a little hesitant to do that because I know the tendency is for people to go out and actually fill out the form. When doing so, you are going to become one of my clients' leads. You may even become your own lead if you're still getting the 100 free leads. That's actually happened before. It's an interesting story. But you can take a look at an example of one of the capture pages that we've created. It's www.homebiz, so it's HOMEBIZ profiler, PROFILER.com, homebizprofiler.com. And again, I would just ask that you refrain from opting into that. But I do want to show you, I think you'll see a little bit of quite a difference. Actually, I'll say a significant difference in the qualification that we're actually requiring the prospect to go through. You're going to see a 7-minute video. We talk in detail and at length about the process of going out there, being the person that's seeking out information when starting a business, deciphering what is legitimate information and what is real versus what is not. So you'll see there's a lot of value that we give our prospects up front, and in turn we feel that gives them confidence and encourages them to take action, provide their information. And what we're finding also, guys, is that 92% of our prospects that respond to that page are entering valid information. So it's been, and again, I think that reflects back on the value that we're giving the prospect up front. Whether it's not an incentivized offer or anything like that, we're not giving away free TVs or gift cards or anything like that. We're very focused on home-based business. In fact, you even see, if you've got that pulled up there, you can see in the right top right, it says this is not a job. Again, we really want to drive home and target people looking for business opportunity versus the job mentality. So that's just, again, an example for you to take a look at. And then the other thing, Len, I did want to talk about, and but you let me know if there's if you want to open it up the Q&A first. I was going to give the website out, the myplatinumleads.com site, and then we can take a look at the various lead products there. But I think maybe before we do that, we might have a few questions. So I'll let you take the helm at this point.
Yeah, sure. People are saying there's bad sound today. I don't know what to do about that, folks. I don't have a clue. Hopefully we can get through. Chris, I know you had questions. You want to unmute and get in here?
Sure.
I think Larry had questions too, but he seemed to have disappeared, so hopefully he'll come back.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and welcome to Home Business Profiler. Or
Sounds like somebody off the anyway.
Has somebody gone to the website? Can you mute yourself, whoever's doing that? No, are you?
It seems to have stopped. Anyway, Jason, how many told me on the phone that there's already letters that are set up? How many of those are there, and is there any way for us to see what leads and the autoresponder?
Okay, Chris, that would be a question for Response Magic, because again, my company is completely separate from Response Magic. So I would imagine you can go in, I don't want to speculate, but I would imagine if you have a Response Magic account that you would be able to log into that account and view the emails that are being sent out on your behalf. Now, I don't know that that would be the case if you were test driving their account or their system and you did not continue to subscribe. I believe it was it a 7-day trial they were offering, I think. So I wouldn't be able to answer that question, Chris. That would, again, be something for Response Magic to address.
Well, I couldn't find it in there. Well, I don't know if there was a 7-day trial, but through MLM Rod we get 100 leads in there anyway.
Yeah, and those are different. That was the one thing that Len and I talked about, trying to provide some clarification to everyone. So the 100 leads that you get with MLM Recruit on Demand, those are separate. That's a completely separate lead type. I'm not even sure what they do. I'm not familiar with the process that they use to generate their lead. All I can speak to is how we generate our leads that are offered through the myplatinumleads.com store.
Okay, so if we decided to continue with you and buy leads from you, does it have to go through Response Magic, or can we set it up to go through our regular autoresponder and do our own follow-up letters, etc.?
Yeah, you can place orders separately. You don't have to be a continued subscriber to Response Magic. So yes, you will be able to do something completely separate, and that would be done through the myplatinumleads.com store.
Okay. I guess that's all I've got right now, Jason and Lynn.
Okay. All right. So,
Appreciate the questions, Chris.
that was it. That was it, Chris. Okay.
That was it.
So, you know what? If you could do me a favor, why don't you drop the link, and you already sent me a copy of your proposed script, and I can post those in our group, and people can have access to it. So you were going to talk, or you're going to tell us how to learn what the other lead products are.
I tell you what I could do, Len. We could spend quite a bit of time going over the multiple lead products that are available. Maybe what I should do is put the link in there, and then I can include my contact information. And then anyone that has questions about the lead, someone might have an interest in the travel lead, whereas someone else might have an interest in our telephone interview lead. And I could handle those calls on an individual uh, basis. Because, like I said, I mean, we could literally spend hours going over every lead type.
Okay, no, I don't want to do that, obviously. You did say something. You did say something that perked my attention, though. You said travel lead. What is that?
Okay, so we offer a travel lead, and you can actually see when you go over to the myplatinumleads.com, click on the travel link or travel lead tab, and it'll pull up a full description of the lead, and it's going to show you the actual travel-based opportunity advertisement that we created that we're using to generate that lead type.
Okay, so that would be an appropriate lead for someone who's marketing a home-based business travel company.
Absolutely, we work with several travel companies.
Several of us. There's several of us. I don't know who else in the call is but I'm in World Ventures. That's the company that I promote right now, my primary business. So that would be interesting for me. So I could look at that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, take a look at that. Another lead that I use often for my live dial training calls. I co-host anywhere between, I don't know, probably 5 to 8 live dial training calls per week with various groups that I'm working with. We use a telephone interviewed lead, and what we're finding with that, essentially how that works is we generate the lead through the process I'd explained earlier. So these people are out there, they request information on a home-based business. We capture and collect their information, but then we have a call center that we work with. We actually employ a full-time call center, and we wrote the script for their agents to interview our leads. So we're verifying, one, we contact them, we verify we've got the right person, the right contact information. We confirm their interest in wanting to start a home-based business. We confirm and verify that they're open to receiving a phone call from someone such as yourself that offers a business opportunity. And within the past few months, we started confirming with the prospect. We're actually asking them, when they find the right business, do they have at least $100 to invest to get started? Now, I know. Okay, I know many of you may be promoting a business that costs a lot more than $100. That's we get that. We understand that the premise behind that question is, again, to separate the home business versus the job seeking mentality. And what we're finding, obviously the information's already been verified. We did a lot of the qualification work for you, so now it's during the live dial calls, we're essentially finding that we're connecting with people. Yes, they are interested. They are willing to take a look at the information that my clients are sharing with them. They're showing up to webinars and to appointments, and we're seeing duplication. We're bringing people on board, with various opportunities as a result of using that particular lead type. So, that's a popular one. Local leads, of course, are always a popular lead. And then we have an exclusive lead, the exclusive real-time USA lead, which is a lead that remains exclusive for 7 days. And a lot of you that maybe make a lot of calls to prospects, you want to dial on some folks that haven't been absolutely, hammered and just hit up by many, many people. That's an ideal lead product there. So again, there's a lot of leads that are available on the store. I don't know, Len, if you want to put the link there, or if you want me to type that in, or how did you want to share that information?
You dropped off for just a moment. You want me to put the link in the chat, or are you saying send it to me?
Well, that's up. You let me know what you prefer, and then we'll go that route.
I don't care either way. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh, we can put. I mean, you want me to type it in there, and then I can put my contact information in there?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, and I see Larry made it back. Larry, do you have any questions?
No, you know what? I missed the whole thing. So I'm going to have to watch a replay to come up with questions.
Okay, cool.
I'd like a link to contact him if
right.
Because I've got the MLM, and there was some other leads on there from the MLM rod. Somebody else, but I didn't touch them. I don't know if those are his leads or what.
Well, these are the other leads. That's what we're talking about. And yes, my perception here is that these are much higher quality lead than the MLM rod leads.
Okay.
These people have, in fact, filled out a web form that says they're interested in the home-based business. They've watched a 7-minute video explaining what's going to happen next, and so they've been very highly qualified. Now, Jason, Chris asked a question. Well, I think I heard the whole question and the answer, but I want to confirm it. But your interest is in just selling the leads, period, and you just have to be working through Ryan's platform right now. So if we take those 100 leads and we drop them into our own autoresponder with our own sequence, you don't care.
No, Len, you use them to however you feel could bring you the most benefit, whether it's calling them or putting them into your autoresponder series. Yeah, that's how you use them is up to you. But one thing that I, like I said, I oftentimes when I partner up with a leader or a company, we'll co-host training calls where we hop on and we make live dial calls. If there's a part of the organization that will be interested in participating in something like that, we could get that scheduled. If they're planning on dialing and calling prospects, we want to make sure we can educate them and teach them how to use the leads effectively. Because obviously, if we can teach you how to do that, you're going to have a better chance of seeing results and wanting to continue to use the lead products.
Okay, got it. Okay. Well, there's Jason's contact information. I have it here written down also. I'll post it in the group. And Jason also has a proposed script that he has passed out. I have a copy of it. I'll put that up in the group too. So in the Facebook group this afternoon sometime, I'll get that up there. And I don't know. I've run out of questions for the moment. Anybody else? Larry, Larry's gone out again. Okay, Larry's gone again. Bye, Larry.
Jason?
The incredible Boston Larry.
I think we talked about this on the phone, Jason, but have you, or are you thinking about setting this up maybe as an affiliate where we could actually take your leads and offer your leads? You know what I'm saying? We could set up a funnel that leads them back to buying leads.
Yeah, Chris, we haven't. We've kept ourselves separate as far as being an affiliate program. It's kind of a mixed bag of feedback. There's leaders that I work with that would be okay with that, and then there's leaders that I work with that would prefer not to entice their organization to be able to make money just promoting and pushing leads. So we haven't gone that direction. Now, again, one thing that we do is we set up custom lead stores, but I wouldn't want to direct that away from, the myplatinumleads.com store, essentially because of the relationship that we have with MLM Rod as well as Response Magic.
Okay. Alrighty? Anybody else? If not, thank you for your time, Jason.
My pleasure, Len. Thank you for having me. I apologize for missing you on was that Monday or Tuesday. technical problems. I've enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Okay. Well,
Thank you, Jason.
next time we meet, it's beers all around.
Okay. Yes. Hey, that sounds good to me. We can do it.
All right. Unless anybody has anything else, how's my sound coming through now, Chris? Is it still coming through bad?
Yeah, there's a lot of like static background noise.
Yeah, and I'm hearing you. It's not as good as it normally is either. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's coming from my end or where it's coming from. Anyhow, all right. Well, let me let us all go. Let me remind you that Profit with Len, that webinar is at 5 o'clock today, and today we're going to pick up where we left off last week, which is we ended up last week with our websites created. Now we're going to go off and we're going to do some keyword research and talk about where to find content and how to rank our content on Google. So it should be an interesting session. And don't forget, of course, we have the Motivation Manifesto in 15 minutes at 12:15. And today we're going to finish off the chapter we were on last week, which is, we are finished the chapter on integrity, and we will be talking today about the 7 temptations. So that goes on in 15 minutes. So that's it for today. We'll see you at Lunch with Len next Tuesday, and I believe that we're going to be on for Larry to work with us on more optimizing videos on YouTube. I believe that's next Tuesday. So, all righty?
Okay, bye. See you in a minute.
All right, everybody.
Bye, Jason.
Bye, Chris.